Well, g'day everyone, it's Warren and Colleen from NQ Explorers. A little adventure today. We've been invited onto private property. This is a very remote sheep station that was established initially in the 1860s. It's very old. We've been given permission to detect and do what we like. We're going to explore a couple of the buildings here. There's a shearer's quarters, a shearing shed, we don't know if we'll get to that today, and a little manager's house, which are really pretty little bush structures. We'll do a bit of metal detecting, have a look at the buildings, and by the metal detecting see if we can find out the history of the place, because I'm not really sure how old the shearer's quarters or the manager's house are. The original homestead is very old. It's a slab construction and whitewash. So it's probably 1860s, 1870s, late 1860s. That's when the run was established. The shearing shed that exists now, I don't see any evidence of being a steam shed, so it may have been just electric, so it could be as early as early 1900s, 1910 or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what they did before that. I guess it was hand shearing, hand clippers, and maybe there was never any steam out here. I don't know. But I'll find out more, because we've been given permission to come to this property, and we'll be doing a number of videos here anyway over the coming months. Today we'll just have a bit of a recon, look around. We'll show you the buildings that exist, see if we can find any targets, and see if we can get a little video made that's entertaining in this really pretty little spot in the remote Aussie bush. Okay, Colleen's on the first target outside the old shearer's barracks here. Now note that she's got the AT Pro with a Nell snake, because there's so much target clutter here, a lot of iron and rubbish, but we're just going to cherry pick the high numbers for a while, see what we come up with. You got it out? Yeah. Was it a brass fitting or something?
Some sort of a fitting, yeah.
Okay, oh, well, it's target number one.
Yeah.
Right, I'm in the front yard of the barracks. My first target, with the upside down detector there, is a three hole. It's an old one, probably in the 50s, so I'll try to get some head stamps off these and date it, because we don't really know the date of these barracks. Probably not 1800s, but they could be 1920s. And today I'm on the upside down AT Max, and I've got the little round 4.5 sniper concentric, which is perfect for this kind of situation. Next target's a shotgun round, as you'd expect. There'll be going to be a lot of bullets out here, because a lot of the food they would have to shoot themselves, whether it be wallaby or rabbit. I'm not going to, and there are actually wild goats out here too, so that's possibly on the menu. Okay, Colleen's got something here, a little relic of some. Oh,
44, 54.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of a fitting off something. It's not a cog, it's rounded on the edges. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Interesting. Is it stainless? No.
I think it
might be stainless, so yeah. Next target, the little snake is now this is an old this is a 19th century or very early 20th century broken fork or spoon handle, and it may have the hallmark there, or I might have missed it. Could be broken off. I'll see if the rest of the eaten iron's still here, but that's definitely a spoon or a fork, like a tablespoon, but it's a large size, typical of the late 1800s, early 1900s. So that we might be back in the 1910s, 1890s now. Okay, so our first stop's the shearer's barracks. Oh, peppercorn tree here on this end, the northern end. That's the shower. I know that because I've just had a look around there. There's a shower rose. We'll show you that in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. Kitchen down that end on the southern end. Nice veranda to sit out at the front here and have a beer after a big day in the shearing shed. A little concrete path into the picket gate, and a nice little entrance area. Colin's just picking a few 303s up out there near the shearing, on the way to the shearing shed. Hey? It's what you're getting. Well, that's the shearing shed over there, as you can see. And down there in the bush is the manager's house, or the supervisor's house. Well, he would have been the ringer. I don't know who he would have, what his title would have been. I guess he was the manager. It would have been the manager's house. Here's the water supply for the shearer's quarters. Nice big galvanised tank. Fair bit of roof space there to collect the water when it does rain. You get big summer storms here, that'd be overflowing. Next point of interest on the tour is the long drop toilet, the dunny, which has been flipped on its back. As you can see, it's been boarded across the actual long drop pit. There's the pan and seat assembly. Door's still in place, just hanging there like that. Look at the old bit of throw over latch. And that's the long drop. And the view at the back, you got the creek. That'd be lovely when it's flowing, which doesn't happen very often, but it's a pretty little spot. So on this end, this is the shower area. As you can see, it's collapsed. There's the massive, great, beautiful old shower rose. Geez, you get a good shower out of that. It would have just had a donkey boiler, and there's the taps down there to run it. The plumbing. Not sure where the donkey boiler was situated, probably in this spot here. The old peppercorn tree sort of encroaching on the building. But, you know, to look at this, to me, this is just classic Australian bush architecture. Shearer's barracks. It doesn't get any more Australian than that. Isn't it beautiful? Corrugated iron on the roof. And the walls are lined, which is pretty flash actually. You got louvers, very Queensland, and that's that small ripple iron for the sheeting on the outside, most of which has fallen off or has been maybe used elsewhere on the property. But it's a decent sized building. Timber stumps, the white ant caps, which you need out here. And that's the back of the rooms, the shearer's rooms, facing onto the creek. Now, as you can see, we can get your camera in there. They had electric lights, so there must have been a generator when the place was last in use. But I have found a couple of ring pulls, which I don't dare ever show you that kind of thing. But so it's here in use up until the 1970s because of the platypus tail, the really early ring pulls. Anyway, I've got a target here under window room number 3 with the max, and I don't know what it is. It's just a brass doohickey, but it's kind of like a foot. It's screwed on, or it's been a fitting onto some sort of ornament or a lamp. Looks like a foot off a gecko or something, doesn't it? I don't know. It's solid brass, probably tableware or lampware, I'm not really sure. Don't know what the shearers were doing that kind of gear out here, but that was a solid 82, 83 target ID. Yeah, like I say, I love this Aussie bush architecture. Pretty unique, isn't it? Minimalist, but quite comfortable. After a big day in the shed, this is a great place to come home to. Cold beer, you got electric light, you got a comfortable room out of the wind and out of the cold in the winter. In the summer, it's got a high-pitched roof, so you get a reasonable relief from the breeze. It is Queensland after all, but it's not a tropical sort of design, but it's definitely a warm weather design. And just your louver windows wide open at night to let the breeze in. K-pop mattress and I guess a cast iron bed. Classic Aussie outback. Beautiful. Okay, I'm back at the front veranda. You can see that this end of the veranda is partitioned off from the rest. I guess that's the shearers. This could have been a supervisor or manager's area. And there's a bale press there. Beautiful old solid timber wool press. Very nice. I guess if I had any knowledge of wool presses, I'd be able to date that. And that's the shower end where the wool press is. At least it's nice and protected on the veranda there. That's a good spot for it. Well, this is the creek line along the back of the shearer's barracks and manager's house. There's actually a nice billabong in there. It's quite deep looking water. Nice and green, so there's still plenty of water in there, and this is the dry season. And there we have the manager's house. This side we've got a fence covered in that vine, but it's quite clear on the other side. Not a terribly large house, but we'll have a look around it and look inside it if we can poke the camera through a window or an opening. Yeah, it's Colin approaching the manager's cottage, isn't it? Beautiful little house. Must have a wood stove in there too, eh? It's had power. You can see there's electrical insulation there. Louvers all round. I think it's only like a 2-bedroom job. As Colin commented, over there we've got a chook run because it's got wire netting on the roof to stop the hawks and eagles taking the chooks. Could be a pig pen further over, eh? With the corrugated iron. Now have a look at this house. Yeah, it is, except two of the front stumps have come out. But the bearers haven't even sagged. I don't know what's going on there. That must be good hardwood. So there's two of the stumps have come adrift. Be worth crawling under there and having a scratch around, wouldn't it? Not today, we'll do that one day. As you can see, it's galvanised roof and guttering. Weatherboard sides, this one. And there'll be a water tank. Yeah, there's the water tank. Oh, they're drinking and washing water for the family. I believe there's a family of 6 in here at last. I'm not sure when that was. It could have been the 50s or 60s. But as you can see, it's all reticulated. Oh yeah, that's the outside tap, and then they've got the tap running into the kitchen sink. I can see the kitchen tap. Let's have a look in here. This must be the kitchen sink. I don't know if the camera's going to like it in the dark, but we'll go around the back door there. Actually, this is the back. The back's facing the front's facing the creek. This is the back of the house. Corrugated iron water tank, probably not real efficient in its current condition. Well, there's your wood stove. That would have been their cooking stove from inside, and it looks like it's been put out here on a piece of concrete. I assume that attached to the chimney inside. Cast iron. Would have just been a flat burner on top. Is it HB? Daily? HB Daily maybe? And there's the flue going up the back. Would have been a bit of stew cooked on that. Yeah, this is the chook run. Oh, there's the dunny. Yeah, that's the chook run with the wire netting to stop the eagles and hawks. And they've got a little roosting perch in there, I can see it. Creek curves around this way, around this spot. Very picturesque little spot. Now, I don't know what this was. It's been kind of put logs and boards on it. I thought that was the toilet, but it wouldn't be next to the toilet. Maybe that was a well, eh? Yeah, that's the long drop there. And another peppercorn tree, which they thrive in this kind of conditions. Look how old that tree is though. They're doing it tough, but let's have a look in the toilet. Yeah. I don't know what that other pit is. It could be a well. Yeah, probably a well next to the creek there. They're probably, eh? Yeah. There's the dunny. Still got the pan in there, Col. Chook shed. Yeah, like Colleen said, that's probably a well over there. It's adjacent to the creek and there's water in the creek. Saved them going down the bank, eh? They just drew it up through a well. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's lined. It's all lined, so it's a lot flasher than the barracks. So there's the wood stove there. I'll just get the audio around to Colleen. She just said it's a fixer-upper.
Yeah, I reckon.
You don't take it on.
Basically, I think you could do it.
Look, it's got good bones, hasn't it?
Yeah, the bones. Yeah.
Good bones. Now this is the laundry. I'd say with the classic Queensland laundry, isn't it, with the push-out?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this? Do you think
That's the wood stove from inside, but I don't know what's out here on a slab. I'd say it's a wood stove, isn't it? The cooking stove.
Would it be a copper for?
Oh, no, coppers are like a boiler. See, look, the water goes to a pit too. That's the overflow. Oh, that's their grey water. Okay, that's the grey water from the kitchen and the shower.
So there's probably some sort of a sump system over here.
Oh, here's the classic old 2 double concrete laundry tub. That's the laundry. The roof's collapsed. Basin. Dare we? Dare. I don't want to walk on those floorboards because some of the foundations aren't there anymore. Actually, this is pretty flash. Way out in the bush. Nice a wooden chair that we could salvage. Back door. knobs come adrift. That's the kind of thing you sort of find metal detecting, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, that's the old concrete laundry tub and the push-out window. And like Colin said, there probably would have been a copper in here or a boiler to wash the clothes and a washboard job system. Back steps are rotted away. There's another view of the back door. Into the, I assume that's the kitchen slash dining for what it is, and this will be the bedrooms here. I can't, you'll have to have a look for me, I can't see up that high. Oh, it's pink in the bedroom. Front and back bedrooms. So I guess the kids are out here. Although this is the front of the house facing the creek. The back faces the area where you'd pull up with your horse and cart. This is a nice corner room with all the louvers. So this probably is the main bedroom for the supervisor and his wife, and the kids out in that back bedroom. Pretty comfortable digs, eh? And their view of the creek. Yeah, this is a nice spot. I'd live here. Way off grid, which is a good thing these days. There's a lot of water in the creek down there, big billabong and bedrock, so that's probably permanent water. Hence the well. They probably took that well down, I don't know, 30 feet and hit water. Lovely old home. Anyway, we'll see what's buried in the ground around the lovely old home. I think the floor's going to hold me. Looks like the sheep have been in here. Okay, I'll just take the camera in so we can. Oh, look, the wood stove. That one outside. I don't know what that must be. Something to do with the laundry. Look, awesome. The old wood stove's still here. Oh, that's beautiful. Cast iron stove. Pieces of it are missing, but they're the kind of things you find in the ground. So that's your kitchen and cookery. Oh, there's a bed in there still made out of wire netting in the pink room, and that'll be the door through to the front bedroom. I'm not going to venture in there because the floor's not terribly well supported. Yeah, but this is comfortable. Look at the ingenuity there. You don't take the wall to the roof, so you can use one light for the two rooms. Lovely. Righto, so if this suddenly ends up falling through the floor, I've got to get out of here yet. Well, we're going to head back home. We've got a long drive ahead of us. We only did this as a day trip, as a recon, as we were invited up here to have a look around. Did a lot of driving around today and not a lot of detecting, a bit of exploring. So now that we know what's here, we've seen this bit of infrastructure. You've seen it as we have. And we'll come back and do some more videos on the old... we haven't done the shearing shed, but definitely the shearer's quarters. Didn't find much around there, but the ring pulls indicate it was in use up till at least the 1970s. It had electric power, so that's fine. Generators existed, you know, early in the 1900s. The shearing shed I don't know about, but I'll find out more about that from the owner and see if there's any of a steam plant that ran it. I mean, if there was, it would still be here, I would think. They don't sort of relocate the old steam boilers and that kind of thing on the old steam shearing sheds. It was probably hand shears right up to the electric period when they put in some generators. The house had electric light and the barracks had electric light, so, you know, it was a pretty comfortable spot out here, given how remote we are. But anyway, we didn't find a real lot there today, but that doesn't matter. As you'd expect, there's not going to be necessarily a ton of coins here out here. Shearer's notorious for their gambling and all of their drinking, but that might have happened in town, I don't know. Sunday too far away style. But the ring pulls kind of date it to the last use was the 1970s. It looks like it's been abandoned about 40 or 50 years, doesn't it? So, and so does this house. And as Colin said, this is a fixer-upper. It's not too far gone. I love it. I'd live out here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little video. Not a lot of metal detecting finds, but some interesting Australian bush architecture anyway, if you want to look at it like that. So I'll just have a last look around the old house here, and then we'll jump in the Land Rover, and we've got a long 3.5 hour drive home. So thanks for watching, everybody, and happy fossicking. Bye for now.